Hello, today we are going to present our study about association between level of physical activity with academic achievement among students of Faculty of Health Sciences, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. We are from Group 5 and we are being assisted by two respective facilitators along the study. We'll start with background of study. The National Health and Morbidity Survey or NHMS done in 2015 estimated about 70% of adults in Malaysia were insufficiently active. According to World Health Organization or WHO, adults aged 18 to 64 years old should perform at least 30 minutes per session within 5 days. Next, according to Meta study on 2015, increase of moderate or vigorous physical activity in childhood and adolescence has a positive effect on mental and physical health that enhance opportunities to improve academic performance. So, what is physical activities? Physical activities is defined as any body movement produced by skeletal muscles that result in energy expenditure, according to Casperson study on 1986. Next, we'll move on to research question and hypothesis. As for research question is, does the level of physical activity affect the academic achievement among students of Faculty of Health Sciences, University Kebangsaan Malaysia? As hypothesis we got is level of physical activity do affect the academic achievement among Faculty of Health Sciences students of University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Next, we'll move to general objective. Our general objective is to study the association of physical activity and academic achievement of Faculty of Health Sciences students in University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Next, we'll move on to specific objective. First is to measure the level of physical activity among programs of Faculty of Health Sciences UKM. Two is to determine the association between self-determination with physical activity among third-year students of Faculty of Health Sciences UKM. Three is to measure self-determination level toward physical activity among third-year students of Faculty of Health Sciences UKM. And lastly is to determine the association between academic achievement with physical activity among third-year students of Faculty of Health Sciences UKM.
Now, let us proceed to the result and discussion part. We started with demographic data of our respondents. Table 1 shows the frequency of respondents based on their programs according to the highest percentage to the lowest percentage. Biomedical science program shows the high percentage of 43.4% as they have the highest numbers of students compared to other programs. Next, the respondent is then divided into two different categories based on academic achievement. From Figure 1, 86.1% of the respondents has range of CGPA from 3.66 or lower, while the remaining 13.9% of the respondents possess range of CGPA from 3.67 or higher. The respondent is also categorized into three different groups based on their physical activity level, which are light, moderate, and vigorous activity. Based on Figure 2, it was found that 10.6% of the respondents performed light activity, 58.3% performed moderate, and 31.1% performed vigorous activity. Next, Table 2 shows the self-determination level of respondents in engaging physical activity. Our study found that intrinsic and identifier regulation possess the highest mean value of 11.0, while a motivation shows the lowest mean value of 1.6 with standard deviation of plus minus 2.1. Self-determination is regulated by both autonomous motivation and controlled motivation. Autonomous motivation consists of intrinsic motivation, identifier regulation, and integrated regulation, while controlled motivation consists of amotivation and external regulation. Moving on to the statistical analysis, for our first specific objective, we have performed a Kruskal-Wallis test between level of physical activity and different programs in Faculty of Health Science of University Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM. Our study revealed that the lowest physical activity level among third-year students are from Environmental Health Program with mean rank of 66.7, while the highest are from Nutrition Science Program and Diagnostic Imaging and Radiotherapy Program, with both having the same mean rank of 112.3. To Q Eun Chung et al. 2018, the prevalence of physical activity among medical and healthcare students at Cyberjaya University College CUCMS is higher among female students as compared to male students. Since our study did not take gender into account, hence the statement could not be proven. For our second specific objective, we also have performed Kruskal-Wallis test between level of self-determination and physical activity level. Our finding shows that there is significant difference of self-determination level between different group of physical activity. Based on Figure 3, the mean rank of self-determination level in vigorous physical activity group PA is the highest, while in light PA group is the lowest. In other words, this means that the respondents that perform higher level of PA exhibit higher level of self-determination in contrast with those who perform lower level of PA. This finding is supported by research done by Hashim et al. 2011 that found those in a cluster group of higher physical activity possess a higher motivational level as compared to those in cluster group of low physical activity. Thus, we may conclude that self-determination level may be one of the factors that contributes to the level of physical activity of an individual. According to Ryan et al. 2009, in a physical activity setting, a higher level of self-determination level was found to encourage higher physical activity participation. Next, we move on to our third objective. For this objective, we have employed the simple linear regression method. From our findings, it was found that there is positive moderate association between self-determination with level of physical activity. About 6.2% of the variance in level of physical activity can be explained by self-determination level, which is the relative autonomy index. P-value is found to be significant, which is p equal to 0.01, suggesting that self-determination level significantly predict the level of physical activity PA. This is supported by a systemic review study by Taxera et al. 2012 that found most of the literature presented, with various range of setting and samples, showed that autonomous self-motivation predicted the participation of PA. Since our study did not perform multiple regression analyses to analyze each behavioral regulation towards PA, thus we are unable to find which behavioral regulation predicted PA the most. However, our study found that both intrinsic motivation and identifier regulation shows the highest mean, suggesting that both of them regulate participation of PA the most among our respondents. This differs from previous study done by Torgerson-Ismoni et al. 2006 that found identifier regulation eluded slightly stronger than intrinsic motivation. According to Hashim et al. 2011, high identified regulation is an evidence that engagement towards physical activity among Malaysians was driven by the inherent interest in the activity. As for the last specific objective, we also have performed simple linear regression tests between academic achievement, which is represented by CGPA, with the physical activity. Our study revealed that the physical activity has a low negative association towards academic achievement, and it does not significantly predict the CGPA of the students since the p-value is bigger than 0.05, where the p is equal to 0.1. Our study differs from recent study by Q and Chong et al. 2018 that confirmed physical activity level is positively associated with academic achievement among medical and healthcare students. However, our finding correlates with previous study done by Kelly et al. 2001 that shows negative relationship between level of physical activity with academic performance. It is further explained that vigorous activity is said to cause tiredness among students, thus causing them to spend more time to rest instead of studying. As a result, they are unable to perform well in their studies and obtain lower academic achievement. In conclusion, most of the students from Faculty of Health Science of University Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM perform moderate intensity activity with a percentage of 58.3%, followed by vigorous activity and light activity with the least percentage. Our study also found that there is negative association between level of physical activity and academic achievement of students from Faculty of Health Science of University Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM. However, there is a significant positive association between physical activity level and self-determination level among the students. Further research is encouraged to gain deeper understanding of association between physical activity and academic achievement, along with the mechanism through which persistent PA improve the academic performance among students.